I am Malathi, working as assistant professor in Department of ECE. So the subject name is satellite communications. Now the topic is introduction of satellite communications. Okay, before going to the introduction part, so first course outcomes. We will discuss the course outcomes. There are the five course outcomes are there. The first is to understand the historical background of the basic concepts and frequency allocations of satellite communications. And the next course outcome is the demonstrate orbital mechanics, launch vehicles and launches. And the course outcome 3 is the design satellite links for specified C by N with the system design examples. And the course outcome for fourth is visualize the various earth station technology and their various types. And the last one is understand the deep space communications. So in this course, there are the 5 units. For the first unit, we have some topics are there. There are the origin of satellite communications, basic concepts of satellite communications, and the frequency allocations for satellite services and applications. And next, orbital mechanics and launches, and the types of orbits and the types of satellites. Next, the look angle determinations and orbital perturbations, orbital determinations, launch and launch vehicles, and then last is the orbital effects in communication system performance. Okay, so next we have, so these are the following textbooks and the reference books. Now, so the first I'm going to discuss about introduction of satellite communications. Satellite communication is a form of wireless communications covering large geographical area. Okay. Now let us see the what is the need of satellite communications. So the need of satellite communication is before satellite communications we use microwave communications. Before satellite communication we use microwave communications, but these microwave communications are not suitable for covering large geographical areas for radio and television networkings. Next, but these microwave communications are not suitable for large geographical area for radio and television networking. So, but the basic problem with the microwave communication is microwave communication is straight, but the earth is not flat. Okay, so but the earth is not flat. So to cover entire area of earth, we need millions of towers. If the height of the tower is increases, then the coverage will be more. So that is roughly 36,000 kilometers can cover one third of earth. So the construction such a big tower is very impossible or difficult. So that's why we need for satellite communications. So next, that is the need of satellite communications. Next, so here the how to satellite works means, so here the repeater is a circuit which increases the strength of the received signals and then transmit it. But this repeater works as a transponders. That means it changes the frequency band and the transmitter's signal from the received one. Okay. So next, the frequency with which the signal is sent to into the space is called the uplink, and similar the frequency with which the signal is sent by the transponder is called the downlink frequency. So this is the satellite works. Next, so this is the satellite for the uplink and downlink. For next, so there are the two types of satellites. There are the two types of satellites are there. So first is the passive satellites and active satellites. The passive satellites are large balloon type satellites and are named as Echo 1 and Echo 2. But these passive satellites are disadvantages. The disadvantage is earth stations require high powers, and that is 10 kilowatts to transmit the signals. And the second disadvantage is large earth station with the tracking facilities are very expensive. And the third is controlling passive satellites from the ground is not possible. Okay, so these are the passive satellites. Now coming to active satellites, the active satellites which are the active satellites which are currently under use. So the advantages are requires low power earth stations and next less expensive than passive systems. Next we control active satellites from the ground. So these are the active and passive satellites. And next coming to the advantages. Okay, now here coming to the advantages using satellite communications. Advantages are, so here the first is area of coverage is more than the terrestrial systems, and in each and every corner of the earth can be covered. And the next transmission cost is independent of coverage area, and next more bandwidth and the broadcasting possibilities. Okay, now coming to the disadvantages are launching vehicles. So launching of satellites into orbits is costly process, and the propagation delay of a satellite system is more than the conventional terrestrial systems. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of the satellite communications. Next coming to the applications. So here the use of the satellite communication is the radio broadcastings and voice communications. And next the TV broadcasting such as directed to home DTH. Next internet applications such as providing internet connections for data transfers, GPS applications and internet surfing. So and many applications are there. Now coming to military applications and navigations and remote sensing applications. Next weather condition monitoring and forecastings. So these all are the applications of satellite communications. And now coming to here the frequency allocations. The frequency allocations for satellite services are, so here the many frequency bands are there. So VHF is very high frequency. The frequency band is 1 to 0.1 to 0.3. Now coming to ultra high frequency is the 0.3 to 1 gigahertz, and L band, S band and C band, X bands are there. And here now coming to KU band, the KU band under the K band. So here the frequency is 12 to 18, and the KA band is above K band. So the frequency is 18 to 27 gigahertz. Okay, and the next V band is 40 to 75 gigahertz, and the W band is 75 to 110 gigahertz. So these are the frequency allocations for the satellite communications. Okay, next now coming to the here the basic concept in this satellite is a similar object, smaller object that revolves around the large object in space. For example, moon is a natural satellite of earth. We know the communication refers to the exchange is information between two or more entities through any medium or channels. In other words, it is nothing but sending and receiving and processing of informations. Okay, so if the communications take place between any two earth stations through a satellite, then it is called satellite communications. So in these communications, electromagnetic waves are used to carry signals, and these signals carry the information such as voice, audio and video or any other data between ground and space. Okay, so here so we launched the first artificial satellites named Sputnik 1 in 1957, near after 18 years. India also launched the artificial satellites named Aryabhata in 1875. Okay, so this for the I already discussed the need of satellites. Okay, and so these are the two kind propagations are used for the satellite communications up to the some distances. So this is ground wave propagations. The ground wave propagation is suitable for frequencies up to 30 megahertz. So this method is communications makes use of the transmeric conditions of the earth. Okay, next skywave propagation is the suitable bandwidth for this type of communication is broadly between 30 to 40 megahertz and makes use of the ionospheric properties of the earth, and the maximum top of the station distance is limited 1500 kilometer only in both ground wave propagation and the skywave propagations. The satellite communication overcomes the limitations, and the method satellite provides the communication for long distances which will be behind the line of the sea. So this is for the, and this is satellite for uplink for the earth stations and downlink for the earth stations. Now the, so here the uplink is the frequency at which the first earth station is communicating with satellite. The satellite transponders converts the signal into another frequency and the sends into down to the second earth stations. This frequency is called the downlink frequency, and similarly where the second earth station can also communicate with the first one. So this is the introduction part of the satellite communications. Now, so these are all the advantages and disadvantages, and these are the applications of satellite communications. And the next, these are the frequency allocations, different bands and frequency allocations for the satellite services. Okay, next, thank you.